Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm excited about bringing on my first guest. We're live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us. We'll share the show later on. I have my longest running guest on my show right now with me. He's here live in studio. I have the Doc. He's the owner of Hypnotic One. Welcome back to the show.
Well, it's great to be here, Carol. I want to thank you for all the years of help you've given me and putting my name out there in front of everybody
I talk about you a lot.
And introducing me to so many of your guests that have actually become my clients.
Your guests, we have a lot of listeners, we have a lot of people that, if they're interested in learning what true hypnotherapy is.
Yeah, but there's a lot of hypnotists out there, but I use a lot of different modalities, and I don't let people fail. And I've been doing a lot of different things throughout my lifetime, and I know what works and what doesn't work. But the big thing is I don't read from a script like most of your hypnotists out there. I don't know if they really know what hypnosis is or what it's not, but I don't read from a script because the thing is everybody's a little bit different. Yeah, I'll give them a book and I'll give them the CDs and they go home and they'll listen to them every night and they come in and then we start custom building that program for them, no matter what it is. And it's like this year's been really great. I usually have a lot of smokers come in. But you know what, it hasn't been that. I've had a lot of people come in for nail biting and losing weight. One couple come in, I said, well, I'll help your wife with you too. I said, please don't go on a diet. Please don't go out and exercise in the first week. He took off 6 pounds. She took off 8.
Wow.
Now and I told them not to do anything different, but they listened to that CD every night, and they did really good. And so he still was biting his nails, but I hadn't worked on that yet. So now he told me the other day he's down to only biting a couple of nails. So we're getting there. It's like it's not a magic wand, and you do progressing things. Otherwise, you get a little bit better each and every time. Remember, practice does not make perfect. It makes permanent. Mm-hmm. And we're in training. We're training your mind so that you control it. Most people don't eat for nutrition. They eat because it looks good, feels good, tastes good. It's 8 a.m. It's cheap and easy. Wow. How about these 3 things to eat? Because we eat for body nutrition, body maintenance, and body repair. We take a look at our stool, we look at our urine, we look at our nails, we look at our hair, we look at our skin, because that is telling you how your body's responding to everything you're putting in. A lot of people's got leaky gut. And that's the thing of your stomach. And 80% of your health is in your stomach. That's where your immune system starts. And so the thing is when that goes, and most people don't understand that. They just eat to get full. They eat to get satisfied. They eat because it looks good or feels good. But the thing is, if you're not eating good food, then how are you going to replenish your body?
Well, what I love what you said is that we're in a training program.
That's
training you to be able to train your brain. And, I read something one time that said it's easier to tame a wild group of horses than your own self.
Yeah, sometimes.
Your mind. It's hard to do.
But it depends on the motivation. There's 2 reasons people fail at anything. It doesn't matter what it is. I don't care if it's learning a language or driving a bicycle or a car or whatever it is. There's 2 reasons people fail. First, they don't know how. Second, they don't want it bad enough. When you find a person that wants something bad enough, all of a sudden the how jumps up and hits them.
It's so true.
And that's the thing is, and that's a lot of the things I do with people is motivating them. The person that's the couch potato, they have all the excuses. Oh, I'm old. Oh, I want a fixed income. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. These people are never going to move up to the next level. How about if they just made another $100 a week without having any risk? Wouldn't that be nice? But they won't go out of the comfort zone.
Right.
Because every time we change, we go out of our comfort zone. And the thing is we get out of the bored zone. That's boring if you keep doing the same thing over and over every day of your life. How many episodes of Barney Miller can you watch and Andy Griffith? It's shut the television off get up and go for a walk. And if you got to take your walker with you and your cane with you. It's like when I brought my mom out here. She couldn't live alone anymore, but she come out here, and she was in a wheelchair, and all of a sudden she started pushing the wheelchair and walking behind it because I fixed all of her food. She didn't eat out of a can anymore.
Aww.
She was a big can person. She'd buy, a whole case of cans of different things.
Wow.
We gotta get back to eat living food, and people don't realize what you eat affects how you think and how you respond and how you feel.
That's where I was trying to correlate the two, and that's where you correlate that.
That's
you know,
it.
You've got to, if you're going, and here, this is true. First of all, if you're going to do any kind of self-help on yourself, if you think you could just do one part, it's impossible.
And that's a good point, and that's what people do. They try to do the easy thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they get some results, they think that's going to be permanent, and they quit and they go back to their old habits, and then the weight comes back on or whatever it is. It's like a heroin addict. If he gets off of it, yeah, that's fine and dandy. But if he thinks he can do it once in a while, he didn't change his mindset, and that's what we do. We change your mindset, and we make it so simple and so easy because you're doing it in your sleep.
Here's the other part of it. You do it on your own. You teach them what to do. You give them all the tools.
That's it.
And so then you end up doing this on your own, right from the comfort of your own bed. But here's what I want people to do. First of all, you need to know that these are customized programs to meet your needs. Doc has a 98 success rate. Okay, 98% success rate. I'll say it again, because he doesn't let people fail. His program works, and you got a lifetime warranty for people. Nobody has that.
And that's it. Why doesn't your doctor give you that? Why doesn't your attorney? Why doesn't any professional give you that? Because they really, and I've got a lot of hypnotists, how can you afford to do that? I said, because my program works. I didn't take somebody else's program and revamp it and put my name on it. No, I build all my programs from the ground floor up, and I build them from the experiences I've had, not from what should work and theory, but build it from experience and what works. Have I changed over the last 40 years? Yeah, because people have changed. We've had different situations. I find people more depressed now than they've ever had in
even during the
lifetime.
pandemic, right?
That's it. And that pandemic did something to us because it took a lot of our freedom away, and we got scared, and then we got into a rut, and we got to get out of that rut. And we can't wait around for politicians or doctors or anyone else to get us out of it.
You have to do it yourself.
Yeah, we've got to take and sit down and use a paper and pencil and write down what you want.
Write down this number. It's 602-547-0446. You know, call them and have them talk to you, and they'll tell them what's going on. It could be you, it could be someone that you know.
And I got a special thing I'm putting out today. The first responders, and everybody knows if you're a first responder or not, military, doctors, police, firemen, there's many others, but they're going to get up to 50% off this month. So that's pretty good. And also, if you come in and saw me last year, I'm going to give you 50% off too.
His number is 602-547-0446. We're going to go to a break.
And we're going to only do that for the first 5 people call me.
That number again is 602-547-0446.
That will kind of get them off their butt.
I don't know what gets them off their butt. It's called procrastination, and they do it when they're ready. They're just so weird.
They do it when I had a lady call me up, set an appointment. She said, I come and saw you 10 years ago about stop smoking. She said, I went to the doctor last week, and now I've got COPD. I got to get in to see you. Set an appointment.
And she didn't
I
show?
confirmed it that morning. Sorry, I can't make it.
You must have to have a little on that, something different, where, you know, because you can't do it that morning. That's just not right to you. You have to have a 24-hour
it's the thing is, they talk themselves out of it.
Yeah, I bet.
Most people just don't want to change, and they fantasize, they dream of it, but they don't do it.
Yeah, I know.
You'd almost have to grab them and drag them in. But the thing is I'm not working for those. When they get ready, or I always say, half the people are waiting to live. They're waiting for something exciting to come along, and the other half are waiting to die. They're not going to do anything. Like COPD, will she change her habits? Probably not. The pandemic, when it was here, how many newscasters, how many doctors on the television or radio ever talked about building your immune system up? None of them. You should have built your immune system up, because your immune system will take care of that.
Yeah.
Well, it's like cancer. Cancer's the same thing. Everybody's got cancer in them, but your immune system's so good that it keeps it at bay. If you get your immune system weaker and weaker, then you get a cold, gets a little weaker, then you get the flu, and gets a little weaker, and you catch something else. So the big thing is just build our immune system up.
Well, I'll tell you something. I think people in general have gotten just so complacent, and now you don't even have to go. You don't have to get out of your car for almost anything.
Yeah.
You don't really
They've
have
got
to
the
leave
wait
your
and
home.
see attitude.
And you
Let's
don't
see if
even
it
have
gets
to,
any worse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But the thing is that you have these people that literally, I think I said this years ago. Within 5 years, we were going to not have to leave our house, and we practically don't have to.
Oh yeah, you can have your groceries delivered.
Everything delivered.
Yeah.
Drink, whatever you want. Don't have to leave
It's hard to
anymore.
get into a new relationship in your living room, though.
Well, my
Unless
daughter did it. I'll tell you what
unless
she
the
did.
pizza boy comes. Oh.
Here we go. So welcome back. Doc, the owner of Hypnotic One, is my longest running guest. He's been on my show for
Why
60
is it that I've been a long-running guest? I think
that?
you hypnotized me and maybe come in here every week or two.
Or you did it to yourself, because that's what you teach people how to do.
And that's the thing, is your show really gets out to a
Thank you,
different crowd, and a great crowd, because people are looking for a professionalism. They're looking for a deal. I hate to say it like that, but they're looking for a deal. They're looking for somebody that's willing to work with them to help them achieve their goals.
Absolutely. That is what Doc does. And he's offering right now 5 people, the first 5 people that call him. Maybe you're a first responder, or it doesn't matter, any part of being a first responder and helping. Also, he just wants to do this for the first 5 callers, where you get 50% off. Our number here, you can call him direct and leave a message right there on his phone, and he'll get back to you. He'll talk to you and tell you how he can get, how he can help you. It's 602-547-0446. I'm telling you now, we know that there's a lot of people out there that are other hypnotists, but they are not like Doc in any way, shape, or form.
No, and I've been around. Used to go to the hypnotic convention. There'd be 500 hypnotists in a room, and over the week I would go talk to most all of them, and none of them did what I did, and most of them, I wouldn't go to them. But the thing is, that's how they was taught. I've been so lucky. I had 3 professors teach me, and that's all they was taught was hypnosis. And the thing is, they liked me, and they took me under their wing, and they
Doc, has it been 40 years yet?
Yeah.
40 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
That's how long Doc has been doing this all over the world, not just here, but we're so lucky.
Yeah, I did it in Australia for 7 years, did it in Thailand, did it over in, I know Hawaii is still a part of ours, but I worked in Hawaii for a while, and worked down in Honduras, and worked in a hospital, and I delivered 30 babies in the first week I worked there in the Honduras hospital. And the next week we did 12 operations with hypnosis and no anesthetic. Now, that was when I first started out, and my professor got me to do that. And the thing is, when we left there, I said, I'm glad you was there to back me up, because I never did anything like that. And I'd only been a hypnotist for about a year. And I says, I knew you could just step right in. He says, Doc, I've never done that.
Oh.
I said, you've got me to do the things that you've never done? He says, yeah.
He trusted
says,
you.
I saw something in you that I knew you could handle it.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Now, these are customized programs to meet your needs. It could be you. It could be someone that you know. And a lot of times when people come to him, usually the whole family comes along too, because they're all excited that one person, they see a change in them, and they can't wait to get it.
One, they bring their kid in for bedwetting, and all of a sudden they see how quick that changed. Now the father comes in for stress and for sleep, and then mom comes in for just relationship. It just, are you in control of your life or being controlled by life? And see, that's the thing is we want to control our life. A lot of things we can't control, but we can control our thoughts, our emotions, our actions, and where we're going to be tomorrow and the next day.
And you do this on your own. So Doc is going to get you going, and he's
but
going to be
you're never
there.
doing it by yourself.
Never, because you are there all the time.
You can call me 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. You can text me, and I really do like my clients to text me every day or every couple of days when they first start out, so that I keep them going down the right pathway.
Now, when you work with Doc, you have him for life. For life.
Well, that's a scary thought too. You know what?
But I mean, it means that when you are dealing with something and you get past that.
Yeah, the warranty doesn't run out like it does on your car when your car.
No, you do not. Lifetime.
Yeah,
lifetime.
And that's it. If it's 10 or 15 or 20 years and you call me up and say, I come in to see you about this. Can you help me on something else? Yeah, get your butt into my office. And yeah,
so you have him for life. He's going to teach this to you so that you can do it on your own in your sleep. They are customized programs to meet your needs, and he will not let you fail. Doc, I've said that since day one. I will not let them fail. And he's also offering right now, for first 5 people that call him are getting 50% off of his program. It's 602-547-0446. Pick up the phone and leave a message. Tell him what's going on, because we all know that something's going on either with you or someone that you know. I mean, everybody I know is dealing with something.
And the thing is, you come in and work with me, all of a sudden your friends want to come in, and I give you anywhere from $200 to $500 for every friend that you send in that gets onto a program. So your programs are paid for, plus you make money off it, because it's so much easier to work with somebody that had a friend that come and saw me that become very successful in the first week or two.
Of all the people, there's so many that they happen to be sitting here in the room most of the time when we're doing the shows together. And you have helped people who are on serious big time drug addicts, that you don't take anything away from them, and you spend all that money to send your children or whoever it is to those rehab, or even yourself to those rehab centers, and you will never be paying that kind of money to Doc ever. And you'll never have them for life. You have Doc for life.
And all my programs are based on common sense. None of the programs out there are based on common sense. They're based on taking you off a drug and putting you on a different one, or taking the drug away from you and where you can't get it. I don't do that. All of a sudden, when I work with you, you don't want the drug. I mean, you actually don't want it. You don't want to smoke, or you don't want to drink that much. Or you can have a beer every once in a while, but you don't get drunk all the time. Because this thing sitting on your shoulders is an electrochemical organic computer. And we've got a virus in there, so we've got to get the virus out. It will not come out by itself. Otherwise, if you're sitting and waiting to see, otherwise, that's a big thing most people, wait to see. Waiting and seeing. And the thing is, it usually doesn't get better on its own. It gets worse.
Yes, it gets worse. So is it worth the phone call? Absolutely.
The girl that called me 2 weeks ago set up an appointment. She says, I come in 10 years ago. You might not remember me. She said, I come in 10 years ago, and I just wasn't ready to get off cigarettes. I am now, because the doctor told me I got COPD. I said, well, gee, in 10 years, gosh, you spent about $35,000 in smokes, didn't you? And she says, yeah. I said, wouldn't it have been a lot easier just to come in that first? She said, I was scared.
But
So
a lot of people, but you know what, that's Chet, I bet you he's getting calls while we're on the air here. So, here's what I want to talk about. You just mentioned something, scared. A lot of people are apprehensive, so they don't make the call. It is ridiculous, because make the call, find out, get the information, then you can see what you think. But everybody loves it.
It's like if you take a vacation, you call up the tour guide people, and you get a guide and you get a tour, you go on. It's a little bit easier, not as scared, because there's a bunch of people around you. And I kind of do the same thing with my people. Otherwise, they tell me what their problem is, which is usually only a symptom, and then we custom build a program so they feel very comfortable, and they do it at their speed. But they can also call me at all the time, and whenever they got a question, call me up. I don't care if it's Sunday night at midnight, because I'm dedicated. I'm passionate about helping people become successful.
That number to call them direct at 602-547-0446. And he's got the first 5 people that call him that they're going to get 50% off of his program. That's for this month, so you want to get in there and get that right now while he's here with us. And he has a 98% success rate. You're going to learn this to do this on your own in your sleep, but you never will not have Doc. He's with you there, holding your hand all the way.
What do you have to lose? It's like, hey, you're going on that vacation. I'm going to show you step by step by step. I'm going to hold your hand through it. And all of a sudden, you're going to be self-confident. Your self-esteem goes up. Your self-discipline goes up, because somebody really cares about you and cares about that you're going to be successful, because you haven't done it on your own up until now, and you probably won't ever. So quit waiting and seeing how it comes out. Otherwise, if you got cancer, you got some bad news out there, you know what? Start working on your immune system. Never let somebody tell you when you're going to die or what disease you got coming on. Build that immune system up so we can get over it, get past it, and have a great, fruitful life.
And change those thoughts that are in your head, because that's what this is all. It's about focusing your mind, training your mind.
Remember, doctors, when they give you a pill, a powder, a potion, a patch, or anything like that, they are not curing anything. They're just taking the symptoms away so that you can live with it.
Well, you don't need to.
No, we can get rid of it.
The first 5 people that calling him, they are all getting to get the 50% off. That's a rate. I don't think he's ever done that before here, so he's really happy to do that for this month. 602-547-0446.
Miss Blonder, you are so good.